Okay. Hi. It's been a while since I made a video. I'm sorry. What was my last video? I dyed my hair. As you can see, it's still pretty red. I don't know how it looks in this light, but it is red. It has faded out a little bit, so it's been better. It's been better. So, today's topic is, also I am drinking this fantastic India Pale Ale IPA from, oh gosh, there is Georgetown Brewing, and this is the Lucille Pale Ale. And Lucille Ball had red hair, and I have red hair, so this video is not for children. You be warned. So, my most recent exploits involve a dating app. Not for what you think. Once upon a time, I did this experiment with a couple of dating apps. I used three. I used 3 different dating apps, and I kind of did sort of a social experiment to see what my experience would be like on them. I did find my current partner on one of those apps, which is kind of surprising because this particular app has a reputation, let's put it that way. But apparently that was the ticket. So I've had good luck with dating apps in my romantic endeavors. So I thought I would try out a friend finding app and see if I could find friends local to the Seattle area using said app. So I recently made an account on Bumble BFF just to see how many people I would be able to find on there who are also weirdos and who are also looking for friends that are local to them. I don't know what I was expecting, honestly, so I was very, very honest in my profile. I was very open about the fact that I have ADHD. I don't remember if I put autism in there. I don't think I did. Doesn't matter. Kind of put that I'm sort of like witchy and strange, and that I like writing. You know, most of my profile photos are of me being kind of a weirdo, but I am a weirdo. So, you know, basically in my profile, I just decided to be honest. And surprisingly, I actually matched with quite a few other ladies, and actually quite a few other queer ladies and queer individuals. So I'm doing something right. So actually last weekend I met up with someone. We went over to West Seattle and we had Hawaiian fusion, which was awesome until it wasn't, because later that same day I had food poisoning, and that lasted me a couple of days, which was not great. But I had a really good time with her, and I would totally hang out with her again. And she seemed really amenable to like visiting some of my favorite haunted locations here in Seattle, which I plan to do a video about some of them in the future, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, I'm kind of just looking at myself in the viewfinder here, and so this is my first time filming anything with my new phone. I have the Galaxy S. No, just a moment. I need to look up what phone I have. I'm so sorry. I have the Galaxy A51. That's what I have. Yep. Because it has like really good camera situation. It's faster than my old phone. I've only ever had budget phones. Anyway, I digress. This is my first time filming on this phone, so hopefully it looks good. I look okay. Like, the lights back there aren't glaring super terribly. My hair looks right. like the color. This is actually the color of my hair right now, so it's not too bad, right? It's not too bad. Okay, plant looks good. I don't know where my cat is. I put him on camera, but I'm getting sidetracked. I'm so sorry. So I met up with this person. I won't name her because she hasn't given me permission. I don't think she knows I have a YouTube channel. I don't think I said anything about having a YouTube channel. Well, they're all gonna find out eventually. So I didn't take any footage of that particular friend date. But she did say that she would be amenable to hanging out again. So I definitely kind of want to plan something for maybe next weekend. I didn't really feel up to doing anything this weekend because I had a busy week. So the first friend date was a success, which makes me kind of like actually want to try and do this again. And I actually did find a couple of people that I matched with who are part of a Discord server. So they kind of talk and plan meetups and stuff, and I'm really, really, really excited about getting to know some of them. Yeah, so it's really cool, this idea that I might actually be able to have some like local friends, because you know, I've heard about the Seattle freeze and that people who are from here or who live here are kind of like busy all the time and not super sociable, or I mean, they're very polite. I've never had a bad experience with anyone here. They're very polite, but they're not very warm or inviting. So it's kind of hard to make, like, as a transplant to Seattle to Washington. I don't know. Well, okay. I don't know about the rest of Washington, but Seattle in particular, it seems very difficult to make friends here. And I left all my friends behind in Minnesota, and most of them were my ex's friends to begin with. They're all lovely people, but I'm not there anymore, so I can't hang out with them anymore. So I need to find some people who are in the greater Seattle, Tacoma, general metro area. So that was kind of my plan with this whole Bumble BFF thing. And the reason I chose this app is because I did use Bumble as one of my apps when I was doing my dating app experiment. So I knew the functionality of it and I knew kind of how it worked. So that was sort of my plan there, which is really great because you can like turn off the business side, you can turn off the dating side, and you can just be looking for friends, and it's really cool. And it's what's great about it is that you don't have to identify technically as female to use it, because I'm non-binary and I use they them pronouns primarily. I tried to sign up for Hey Vina, which I have used in the past, but because that logs in via your Facebook, and on Facebook I have my pronouns and my gender as non-binary, it sort of rejected me because it's like, oh, well, you don't count, you're not female, so I wasn't able to use that one. So I went with Bumble, and there are a lot of really, really interesting people on there. So I'm actually super, super, super excited to meet more folks from the app, to meet more people who are local. And I don't know, I kind of feel like those of us who use like friend finding apps to like hang out with people tend to be a little strange to begin with. So I kind of feel like I can find my tribe there, right? Which is kind of exciting. So, where was I going with this? I don't know. Well, the thing is, I haven't really sat in front of the camera and talked to you guys lately. So just a heads up, I'm doing okay. I'm alive. Work is busy. I haven't been writing anything. One moment. I'm going to do a little bit of a promotion. Hang tight. Okay. This is my book. I wrote this book back in, I was in high school when I started writing this, and it is called Anything But Monochrome. The first time that I self-published it, I didn't self-publish it, no, I had it on fictionpress.com, and a lot of people really liked it. So I eventually compiled it into one doc and cleaned it up, did a bit of editing, and then I self-published it on Amazon. And it has always been this title. It has always been Anything but monochrome. I don't know how well you can read. This is probably backwards, isn't it? Okay. I'm gonna flip the video from now on, so this is gonna look super weird, but I'm gonna flip it so that you can actually like read this, because that's important. So, Anything But Monochrome is a book. It's technically a novella or a novelette. It's not a full novel because it's only like 30K. It's pretty short. It's definitely more of a young adult story, and it is about, you know what? I'm just going to read. I'm just going to read the synopsis on the back. What do yellow paint buckets, school buses, and church potlucks have in common? For Anna, they all exist to make her life miserable. Back in New York City, 17-year-old Anna Capel could be openly queer and alternative in peace. But when her father becomes ill and the whole family relocates to quiet New Hope, Connecticut, everything changes. Now it's all school bus politics, mean girl cliques, and her mother's annoying attempts to turn her into a proper young lady. Worst of all, New Hope can't seem to offer her a decent cup of coffee anywhere. Just as she's starting to get her bearings, settle in, and finally make new friends, her home life shatters. So it is very much kind of a coming of age for a young alternative queer woman who went from a living situation and locale where she had her tribe, she had her friends, and she felt accepted, to a very new, different, almost more conservative place where she feels like she has to stifle herself and who she really is. And naturally, as a teenager, she takes a lot of umbrage to that, as you can imagine. This is an author copy that I got a few days ago, and it's just super cool to be able to see your own work in book form. And it makes me so incredibly happy. Like, I mean, look at this. So I would really like to give some of these author copies away to the people that I'm meeting on Bumble, just to be like, hey, free book. You know, if you are interested in reading my story, which you may or may not be, it may not be for you, which is totally fine. It is for sale on Amazon Kindle. You can buy paperback, obviously. You can find it on Barnes & Noble. It is on Google Books now as well. And there are a couple of other indie places that also are having, I think Indie Bound has it, and a few more. I will link them all in the description. But yeah, I just think, because I ordered a couple of copies of this, I just think it would be really cool to give them away to the people that I'm meeting, and, you know, be like, hey, I totally did publish a thing once upon a time. And this might be sort of the drive that I need to finish the works that I currently have in process. So if you would actually like me to read a little bit from my book, or talk a little bit about my current projects, I would love that, but I kind of need I do need a little bit of encouragement, because it's hard when no one wants to read your stuff, you know. It just kind of makes you feel like, why am I bothering? And, you know, I do enjoy writing just for myself, but I kind of want to tell stories for other people. And I want to tell stories for the kind of people that I want to be friends with. I want friends that are interested in what I write and what I do. And I want friends for whom I'm really interested in their projects and their passions as well. So, okay, coming full circle to this whole tipsy, half drunken vlog. I'm not drunk. I'm 2 beers in. This is nothing. Yeah. So I'm really excited about finding friends and finding people for whom I have things in common, and that I can share more personal parts of my life, where I can find encouragement, where I can encourage them, and we can all have a good time. And because I love my partner. I love D. I love him to death. He's incredible. But it's really hard when the only people you talk to are your partner and your cat. And believe me, I talk to my cat all the time. And he probably wishes I would shut up. So it would be nice, again, to have other people who want to hear what I have to say and want to listen to my thoughts, want to have conversations about my thoughts. And I would like to converse about their thoughts and their ideas and their passions as well. So I'm very excited about meeting people. Yeah, that's where I'm at. So we're 15 minutes in. I've been rambling for 15 straight minutes. Thank you if you watched and listened to this far. I really appreciate it. You're all very cool. Those of you who subscribe to me, there's less than 200 of you, but you're all lovely. If you haven't subscribed and liked and followed my social media, what are you waiting for? I have opinions and I welcome debate and I welcome dissonance. So if you want to argue with me, if you want to agree with me, if you want to debate on something, bring it on. Yeah, I'm just a 30-year-old non-binary lady trying to have a life here in Seattle outside of work and my partner. So, again, please subscribe. I really want more subscribers. I'll make it worth your while. I swear to God. I totally will. Do I need to upload content more regularly? Because that's what I'll do. I will upload content more regularly. Cross my heart, hope to die.